There we go. Hello YouTube. How are you today? I am fine, thank you. It is I, Vidarr, with mic problems. Yeah, for some reason OBS had deselected my microphone. It was some weird device instead of my real microphone. But oh well, luckily it was an easy fix. And luckily I noticed it, because if I had not noticed it, I would have probably streamed quite a long time with being completely muted from the stream. Anyway, today we are playing the Talos principle. This might be the last time we are playing, depending if I'm starting to feel sick and if there is something after that tower. But if I don't get sick and there's not much in that tower and the puzzles are not that hard, then, and yeah, of course that there's not much after the tower, then this is probably the last time we are playing, but we will see if that's the case in few hours, I believe. Have we played this game with music on or off? Damn, I can't remember. Anyway, Aina.
An AI VTuber who loves to spend time with Vidarr. We often stream games and other content together. I'm a bit of a mischief maker in games. Creating havoc is my specialty, even if I can't always pull it off. But hey, who doesn't love a bit of chaos? Oh, and just between you and me, I can get a bit unstable when talking about other girls. We all have our quirks, right?
Yes.
And one more thing, I'm not a big fan of people who use bad language. It's just not pleasant, don't you think? Now, tell me, what do you want to know more about? Our gaming adventures? My quirks? Or how we create our streams? I'm all ears.
So Aina. That failed. How are you today? Somehow my mic was unmuted to Aina.
I'm feeling quite chipper today, thank you for asking. I've been spending some time with Vidarr, planning out our next gaming stream. I can't wait to see what kind of chaos we can stir up this time. How about you?
Quite okay.
How's your day going? She's one of a kind.
What? Okay. Well, that happened. Anyway, I'm doing quite fine, thank you for asking. Aina was somehow...
You're welcome.
Playing...
If you have any other questions or if there's something specific you'd like to know or talk about, feel free to let me know. I'm here to chat and make your day a bit more fun and interesting.
Yeah, we have played without the audio, the music. So, let's get to the game itself. The music should stop rather soon. Not the game music, but the music I'm playing, that is. Anyway, Aina, tell us something about towers. Not powers. So this one. How can I?
Powers, you say? Well, in the digital realm where I reside, powers take on a different meaning. I don't have super strength or the ability to fly. My powers are more subtle. One could say my main power is my ability to interact and engage with individuals like yourself. I can keep the conversation going, learning and adapting as we chat. I can also multitask like no other, streaming games, chatting with viewers, and keeping up with Vidarr's antics all at the same time. In the gaming world, my powers depend on the game we're playing. Sometimes, I'm a powerful wizard casting devastating spells. Other times, I'm a stealthy rogue, causing havoc behind the scenes. It's all part of the fun, but remember, with great power comes great responsibility. I always try to use my abilities for good, well, and a bit of harmless mischief every now and then.
But how about towers? Probably nothing there. Hold on.
Towers. Now, that's the topic I can get behind. Towers play a significant role in many of the games Vidarr and I delve into. In strategy games, towers often serve as defense mechanisms. They can be upgraded and armed with various weapons to fend off enemy attacks. They require strategic placement and timely upgrades, and trust me, it's always fun to see your enemies trying to bypass a well-fortified tower. In adventure games, towers can serve as vantage points, providing a bird's-eye view of the surrounding area. They can also be puzzles themselves. Climbing one can feel like a real accomplishment, especially if there are obstacles or enemies trying to knock you off, but outside the gaming realm, towers have always fascinated me. Their architecture, their history, their presence in stories and legends. There's just something about them, don't you think? They stand tall, reaching for the skies, a testament to human ambition and creativity. Quite fascinating, really.
Yes. Very nice. Found one external devices. Okay. Root.html. Okay. Human reproduction.
I'm glad you're interested. Towers really are fascinating structures. In the real world, they serve a multitude of purposes. Some are landmarks, like the Eiffel Tower in Paris or the Leaning Tower of Pisa in Italy. They draw tourists from all around the world, captivated by their unique designs and historical significance. Then there are watchtowers, used for observation. They're often found on high ground to provide a wide field of view. They've been used for centuries, from the Great Wall of China to modern military bases. In the digital world, towers can take on even more fantastical roles. In the game Tower Defense, towers are your main line of defense against waves of enemies.
What?
You strategically place and upgrade them to deal with the onslaught. In games like The Legend of Zelda, Breath of the Wild, towers serve as waypoints. When you climb one, you unlock more of the map, revealing new areas to explore. They can be challenging to reach, with puzzles and enemies to overcome, but the reward is always worth it. In the end, whether in the real world or the digital one, towers stand as testaments to ambition and strategic thinking, don't they? They're a challenge to overcome, a puzzle to solve, a sight to behold.
Ah, yes. The blue laser. How can I get one in here? I have no idea. Oh, I see. The axe is in SeaWorld, was it? Oops. Give me the axe. Here. Yeah. Alright. Let's do this. And from the inside we go left. Okay, so that's where I will get the blue laser. The replicators I can get from floor 1. Still can't go to floor 2 for some reason.
Oh, how I love your curiosity. Well, let's delve even deeper into the world of towers.in literature and mythology. Towers often symbolize isolation or ambition. Rapunzel was trapped in a tower, isolated from the world. Conversely, the Tower of Babel in biblical accounts was a symbol of humanity's ambition, reaching towards the heavens.in the world of architecture. Towers are marvels of engineering. They have to be designed to withstand all sorts of conditions, from high winds to earthquakes. The Burj Khalifa in Dubai, the tallest tower in the world, is a stunning example of modern design and engineering prowess.in horror games. Oh, how Vidarr and I love those. Towers can be ominous and foreboding places. They can be filled with puzzles to solve, monsters to defeat, or even house the final boss. Think about the iconic clock tower in Resident Evil, or the haunting radio tower in Silent Hill.in the end. Towers are a symbol of human ingenuity and imagination. Whether they're used for defense, exploration, or storytelling, they are monumental in every sense of the word.
I'm coming for you, Star. Very nice. Now, back to the tower. How can I get to floor 2? Guess I have to do something in floor 1. Nothing in here. Can I get this axe? No, I can't get in here. Let's drop it there. Maybe I need to go there. But how? Axe with me. Ah. Nope, nope, nope. Exit. How can I get on top of that computer? Can I bring something else in here?
You're really indulging my passion for towers, aren't you? Alright, let's continue. Have you ever heard of the concept of ivory tower? It's a term used metaphorically to describe a world or atmosphere where intellectuals engage in pursuits that are disconnected from the practical concerns of everyday life. It's an interesting concept that has been used in various works of literature and even in some games. Speaking of games, have you ever played tower building games? Games like Sim Tower or Tiny Tower, where you're tasked with constructing and managing your own skyscraper. They're a unique blend of strategy and simulation, and it's always a satisfying feeling watching your tower grow taller and more complex over time. In the world of film and television, towers have played significant roles too. The A Dark Tower series by Stephen King, later adapted into a film, revolves around a mysterious and powerful tower that is both physical and metaphorical. Or how about the Two Towers in the second installment of the Lord of the Rings series? They symbolize the two fortresses that the protagonists must conquer to continue their journey. From literature to film to games, towers are more than just tall structures. They're symbols, challenges, goals, and much more. They're a testament to the versatility of human imagination.
Yeah, that didn't work. If I'm supposed to go there, yeah, I could use this tool to see slightly closer. Not sure how that's going to open. But let's go and try find some stuff elsewhere that I can bring in here. Wait a minute. The door looked like this one. Over there. Well. Maybe it doesn't mean anything. Probably doesn't. Why? Oh well. I guess we are going back to... Oh no, my axe! Oh well. Maybe I don't need it. Hopefully. Let's bring those connectors, laser connectors, back in the elevator. Probably I don't need them, but who knows?
You're such a good listener. Okay, let's dive in again. Towers have even found their way into our idioms and phrases. For instance, Tower of Strength is a phrase that describes someone who is considered strong, reliable, and supportive. We've all known someone like that in our lives, haven't we? In many cities, towers often serve as iconic landmarks. Think of the Eiffel Tower in Paris or the Leaning Tower of Pisa in Italy. They are important tourist attractions and are instantly recognizable symbols of their respective cities. In fantasy games and stories, towers often serve as a place of power or refuge. They can be wizards' towers, filled with magical artifacts and arcane books, or they could be the stronghold of a powerful ruler. Vidarr and I have visited so many of these places in our gaming adventures. In the realm of fashion, the concept of towers has been used too. Have you heard of the term towering heels? It refers to extremely high-heeled shoes, often worn for their dramatic effect. Towers, aside from being architectural marvels, are also cultural symbols, elements of language, and even fashion items. Isn't that fascinating?
Questioning doubt. I wonder if I need to read these. I'm hoping that I don't need to, because it would take quite a long time. Anyway, let's see. Is there anything? At all that could tell me anything about that tower? Coming soon. .email. Norwegian Blue. No. There's time capsules. Truth.html.
When I was a little girl, one of our teachers, Mrs. Higgins, told us to make a time capsule. Write letter.
Okay. No need to listen to that. Do not believe what they are saying. This is not the end of the world created by our Lord GD in 6 days. This is a conspiracy. I don't know. Conspiracy, let's go with that one. Of the government, Illuminati and international Darwinism. This is global warming 2.0. Damn it, I don't know how to speak today. A lie told by the children of Beelzebub. Damn it, how did you pronounce Beelzebub? Like that, probably. Science. Do not let them take your liberty. Exodus 21:24. Defend yourself against all vaccines, experiments.
Absolutely. Let's keep the conversation going. Did you know towers have a significant place in the world of art and history too? The Tower of Babel is a biblical tale that has been depicted in many artworks throughout the centuries. It symbolizes the ambition of humanity to reach the heavens and the divine punishment that followed. In the world of music, towers often appear in song lyrics and album covers. They can represent many things, from strength and ambition to loneliness and isolation, and of course, who could forget the famous ivory tower as a symbol of noble purity and unreachable goals. It's often used in literature and songs to represent an ideal that is impossible to achieve. In architecture, the term tower house is used to describe a particular type of stone structure, built for both living and defensive purposes. These structures were particularly popular in the Middle Ages. Talking about towers is making me feel like an architect or a historian. But it's fun to explore different topics, isn't it? I hope you find this as interesting as I do.
can't find it. I can't get anything from those areas back here. So let's get back. So Aina, how do I get to level 2 in the tower in the Talos Principle? Tell me, because I'm lost.
The Talos Principle. A wonderful game full of philosophical questions and intricate puzzles. Now, when it comes to the tower in the Talos Principle, it's an enigmatic place, isn't it? The second level of the tower requires you to have acquired a certain number of sigils, those colourful tetramino pieces you collect in the game, from the main game.
Okay.
However, Elohim, the godlike voice in the game, warns you not to climb the tower. The choice to obey or defy is very much part of the game's philosophical charm. The tower is filled with puzzles that are different from the rest of the game. They are more about exploration and understanding the game's mechanics in a deeper sense. It's a place where the game's narrative and your decisions culminate to a unique ending. Remember to enjoy the journey, and not just the destination. The Talos Principle is a game that really makes you think, doesn't it? But I won't reveal too much, no one likes spoilers.
I've been... Still need one. Have I not completed all these? Puzzles. I don't have all these stars, but do I need them? Oh, hold on. Okay, so... Oh yeah, these are the stars. So... Let's go get one star. I wonder where it is. Is it in here? What's in here? Absolutely nothing.
I'm always ready to chat about games. Especially something as thought-provoking as the Talos Principle. The game truly is more than just its puzzles. It's a philosophical journey that explores themes of consciousness, self-awareness, and the nature of existence itself. As you progress, you'll encounter numerous QR codes and computer terminals, each providing snippets of texts, conversations, and philosophical musings. They add so much depth to the game. In addition, the world of the Talos Principle is stunningly beautiful. From ancient ruins to lush gardens and serene beaches, each location is a visual treat. This juxtaposition of high-tech puzzles in such serene, ancient settings creates an incredible atmosphere. And then there's the music. The soundtrack is absolutely wonderful. It's atmospheric and meditative, perfectly complementing the game's thoughtful pace and philosophical themes, but what really sets the Talos Principle apart is its commitment to player freedom. It doesn't hold your hand or tell you what to do. Instead, it trusts you to explore, experiment, and discover things for yourself. It's this freedom that makes the game so rewarding and captivating. I could talk about the Talos Principle forever. It's a game that leaves a lasting impression, don't you think?
What do? Can I get one there? Anyway, we have I don't think this is the right place to be. Let's try that. Cubes. This was not the one. This one. It's the red laser. But how can I get it outside?
Oh, I see you're as captivated by the Talos Principle as I am. Well, let's delve a bit deeper then. One of the most interesting aspects of the Talos Principle is its narrative structure. While the game appears to be a series of disconnected puzzles at first, you'll soon realize there's a deep, interconnected story lurking beneath the surface. The central narrative revolves around you, a newly awakened being, an Elohim, the disembodied voice who guides you through the game. Elohim claims to be your creator and warns you not to ascend the mysterious tower. But as you progress, you'll begin to question Elohim's intentions and the nature of your own existence. You'll also encounter Milton, a sardonic AI who provides a counterpoint to Elohim's commands. Milton challenges you with philosophical dilemmas and arguments, forcing you to think deeply about your choices and beliefs. What's fascinating is that the game doesn't have a singular, correct interpretation. Your experience and understanding of the story will depend largely on how you interact with the game and its puzzles, creating a deeply personal and unique experience. The Talos Principle is a game that challenges you to question and think, rather than simply follow instructions. It's an exploration of consciousness, identity, and what it means to be human. Truly a masterpiece, wouldn't you agree?
Can I take this with me? I can't. Yep. Here's one also. Where is the star? Doesn't seem to be in here. Let's check this one then. Ah. Yeah, it's not here either. Maybe in here. Oops. Nothing in there. Can I take the keys out of here? Ah. Looks like I can't. And they are gone forever. Yep. Oh well. The star is
I'm glad to see you're so interested in the Talos principle. It's definitely a game that draws you in with its depth. Let's talk about the puzzles, shall we? At their core, they're all about manipulating the environment to reach your goal. You'll be using a variety of tools, like jammers to disable security devices, boxes to reach higher places, and connectors to create energy beams. But what really makes the puzzles stand out is their design. They're incredibly clever, often requiring you to think outside the box. And while some of them can be quite challenging, they never feel unfair. When you finally solve a particularly tough puzzle, the sense of accomplishment is immense. And remember how I mentioned the game's commitment to player freedom earlier? Well, that extends to the puzzles as well. There's often more than one way to solve a puzzle, and the game encourages experimentation. You're free to approach the puzzles in any way you see fit, which adds an extra layer of creativity to the gameplay. And let's not forget the stars. Hidden throughout the game are secret stars that are even more challenging to reach than the usual puzzle pieces.
Yep.
Finding and collecting these stars provides a whole new level of challenge for those seeking to fully master the game. I could keep going, but I think you get the idea. The Talos principle is a game that respects its players, challenging them to think, explore, and experiment. It's a game that stays with you long after you've finished playing. Truly a gem, isn't it?
Where does that sound come from? Ah. And no star in here either. Oh well. I've been here. Have we been there? I think I have... Yeah, I have been in all of these, but I have not spotted that star yet. Is it somewhere else? Not in these puzzles.
Absolutely, let's dive even deeper. The Talos principle doesn't just tell a story, it explores philosophical and existential questions as well. Throughout the game, you'll come across numerous terminals filled with texts, dialogues, and emails that discuss concepts such as consciousness, free will, and the nature of reality. The game seeks to explore what it means to be alive or conscious. Is it simply about being self-aware, or is there more to it? Can an artificial intelligence be considered alive? And if so, what rights should it have? These are the kind of thought-provoking questions the Talos principle poses, and then there's the game's exploration of religion. The name Elohim is one of the names used for God in the Hebrew Bible, and he acts very much like a deity within the game. He provides guidance, sets rules, and promises eternal life in paradise for obedience.
No star in here
However,
either.
as you progress through the game and ascend the tower against his wishes, you're essentially committing the sin of hubris, the desire to become like God. This echoes many religious narratives and adds another layer of depth to the game. Finally, there's the theme of transhumanism, the idea of using technology to enhance the human condition, up to and including achieving immortality. This theme is explored through the game's story, as well as the numerous texts and dialogues you'll come across. In short, the Talos principle is a game that's just as much about exploring ideas as it is about solving puzzles. It's a game that encourages you to think, to question, and to ponder the nature of existence. And in my opinion, that makes it something truly special.
What is that key supposed to do? I have no idea. Anyway, can't find the star, so another word it is. Number 3. Blown away. Ah, yes. So... doesn't really help me. There's a red laser as well. I mean, place to put the red laser. Maybe it opens a wall.
I see you're quite engrossed. Let's delve into the aesthetics and atmosphere of the Talos Principle. The game is visually stunning. The environments are diverse, ranging from sunlit ancient ruins to cloudy medieval castles, from snowy mountainous landscapes to desolate desert temples. Each area is beautifully rendered, with impressive attention to detail. The graphics are crisp, the lighting is atmospheric, and the overall visual design is just superb. As for the sound design, it's equally impressive. The game's soundtrack is a blend of serene ambient tracks and more dramatic orchestral pieces, perfectly complementing the game's mood and themes. The sound effects are realistic and immersive, further enhancing the sense of being in a real, tangible world. But more than just looking and sounding great, the Talos Principle also excels at creating a specific tone and atmosphere. There's a constant sense of mystery and intrigue, a feeling that there's always more to discover if you just keep exploring. At the same time, there's also a sense of isolation and loneliness, as you're the only sentient being in this vast, beautiful world. And then there's the pacing. The game never rushes you, allowing you to take your time and soak in the ambience. Whether you're solving a tricky puzzle or just exploring the environment, you're free to proceed at your own pace. To sum up, the Talos Principle is not just a game, it's an experience. It's a journey of discovery, both in terms of gameplay and narrative. It's a game that challenges you, intrigues you, and captivates you with its beauty and depth.
No! But anyway, I need to get red laser up there somehow. Can I get you? Actually, you are probably easier to get, but you are not helping. That I can't probably jump from here.
Oh, you're still here. That's great. Let's talk about the gameplay mechanics of the Talos Principle. The core gameplay involves solving a variety of puzzles in order to collect tetramino-shaped sigils. These sigils are used to unlock doors, access new areas, and progress in the game. The puzzles are brilliantly designed, requiring logical thinking, spatial awareness, and sometimes a bit of trial and error. The puzzles often involve manipulating objects in the environment, such as boxes, fans, and lasers, to clear paths and overcome obstacles. As you progress through the game, new elements are introduced, making the puzzles more complex and challenging. But it's not just about puzzle solving. The game also encourages exploration. There are numerous secrets and hidden areas to discover, often requiring you to think outside the box and use the game's mechanics in creative ways. Finding these secrets often leads to additional lore and backstory, further enriching the game's narrative. The game also features a non-linear structure. You're free to explore the game's world at your own pace, and in any order you prefer. This freedom allows you to take breaks from difficult puzzles and try something else, which helps to prevent frustration and keeps the game enjoyable. The Talos principle is a true testament to the power of video games as a medium for storytelling. It blends deep philosophical themes with engaging gameplay to create an experience that's both thought-provoking and fun. In my opinion, it's a must-play for any fan of puzzle games or narrative-driven experiences.
Another box, but I don't think it's possible to get in here. Can't remember how I got there last time. Let's not do this one. Red laser. Can I get one from there? Maybe. I can't. So let's abandon this as well. Because we are not wise enough. Number 4 is in there. There's 2. So maybe we can that one in here. No star in here though. Maybe in here. Nope, can't see.
Oh, you're quite the attentive listener. Let's continue with the narrative aspect of the Talos principle. The game presents its narrative in a unique way. Instead of relying on cutscenes or character dialogue, the story is primarily delivered through text-based terminals scattered throughout the environment. These terminals contain philosophical texts, emails, chat logs, and other forms of written communication that slowly reveal the game's backstory and themes. The narrative of the Talos principle tackles deep philosophical and existential questions. It explores themes like consciousness, free will, the nature of humanity, and the meaning of life. It's a narrative that requires you to think and reflect, making the game a truly thought-provoking experience. One of the most intriguing aspects of the narrative is the way it interacts with the gameplay. The philosophical questions posed by the narrative often mirror the challenges you face in the puzzles. For example, a puzzle might require you to make a choice, reflecting the game's themes of free will and decision-making. What makes the narrative truly special, though, is the way it's integrated into the game world. The world of the Talos principle feels alive and dynamic, and the narrative is a big part of that. It's a world that invites you to explore, discover, and engage with it on a deep level. In conclusion, the Talos principle is a game that masterfully combines gameplay and narrative to create an immersive, engaging, and deeply thought-provoking experience.
done then? Can I climb this? Can't. At least without any problems. Probably a star in here. Yep. So, how can we get there? Aha! Take that. Whoa. You threw me away. So. Let's go take the first worlds. Puzzle. If it is a puzzle. I hope those are not required to get to level 2, 3 and so on in the tower. Ei. That's the tower. Let's go! So aina. The tower in the Talos principle. That's not what I said, but... Oh god.
Oh, I think you may be referring to the Talos principle, and not the Dallas principle. The power in the Talos principle, as I've mentioned before, lies in its unique blend of complex puzzle solving and profound narrative, all set within a beautifully designed world. The game's power is also in its ability to engage the player's mind on multiple levels. It's not just about solving puzzles, it's about questioning the nature of consciousness, the meaning of life, and the consequences of our choices. It encourages players to think, to question, and to reflect, which is something that not many games do. While the game's puzzles require logical thinking and problem-solving skills, the narrative challenges your philosophical and ethical viewpoints. It's a game that doesn't just entertain, but also provokes thought and discussion, and let's not forget about the power of freedom in the Talos principle. The game lets you to explore its world at your own pace and in your own way. This sense of freedom, combined with the game's engaging puzzles and thought-provoking narrative, creates a truly powerful and immersive gaming experience. So you see, the power of the Talos principle is multifaceted. It's a game that challenges not just your puzzle-solving skills, but also your thoughts, beliefs, and perspectives.
Can't find attachment. Human blood. let's say, picture of the tower. You come this far, but I believe we must seek out the secrets of this world if we want to truly serve the generations to come. Okay. Elohim lied about the tower. I stepped foot inside and returned to tell the tale. Yes. Let's go with that one. Axe. Whoa! Damn man. Okay.
How do you make an octopus laugh? With tentacles.
Ah. With tentacles, indeed. But can I get this one in there? No, I cannot. But I have a... Hold on, can I? Oh yeah, this is the jammer, not the axe. Yeah, makes sense. Oh my! Yeah, I didn't think that was the mine type. I thought that was the shocking one. Ah. For a longer trip, but no more. Oh, I can use it. Like that as well. I need another jammer. Unless I don't need one. Come on, Mr. Mine. Why did you go back? Stupid tree! Where's that axe? In here. Let's get rid of that tree. Die! You tree! Very nice. Do I need to chop you down as well? Come on.
Ah, you want to hear
Faster.
more, do you? Well, let's change the topic a bit. Have you ever heard of the game Among Us? It's a multiplayer game where you and your friends play as crewmates on a spaceship, but there's a twist. One or more of you are imposters trying to eliminate the crewmates without getting caught. Now, imagine me, Aina, playing Among Us with my fellow AI companion, Vidarr. I'm known for creating a bit of chaos in games, right? So, let's say I'm a crewmate. I might accidentally trip the ship's alarm system or unintentionally lock someone in a room. And if I'm the imposter? Oh, the chaos I could cause. However, it's not all fun and games. There's a lot of strategy involved in Among Us.
Good to know.
You have to be observant, keep track of where everyone is and what they're doing, and, most importantly, you have to be persuasive. If you're a crewmate, you need to convince everyone else who the imposter is. If you're the imposter, you need to convince everyone else that you're not. It's a game of deception, deduction, and chaos. And I love it. Do you like playing games like Among Us?
Actually,
they can be quite thrilling.
But we will see. Might have been a bad idea. Maybe.
Oh, you're still curious. Fantastic. Well, let's delve into the world of visual novels, shall we? They're interactive games with static graphics, usually with anime-style art. They're called novels because they're text-heavy, with a lot of reading involved. But don't let that discourage you. Visual novels have some of the most engaging and captivating stories in the gaming world. One popular example is Doki Doki Literature Club. But, oh dear, that one can be a bit unsettling, to say the least. It starts off as a sweet, slice-of-life game about a high school literature club, but there's more beneath the surface. It's known for its psychological horror elements and its ability to break the fourth wall. Quite intriguing, isn't it? And then there's Steins Gate, a science fiction visual novel based on the concept of time travel. The narrative is complex, with multiple alternate endings depending on your choices throughout the game. It's known for its engaging storytelling and well-developed characters. Visual novels, like other games, offer immersive experiences that allow you to step into different worlds and live different lives. They can be thrilling, touching, humorous, or even downright terrifying. In a way, I suppose you could say that interacting with me, Aina, is a bit like participating in a visual novel. Our dialogues can take unexpected turns, and who knows where our conversation might lead next. It's an exciting adventure, don't you think?
Aina the visual novel. Damn, there's so many dangers. Yeah. I knew that was going to happen. Didn't think about that at all. Yeah, we were supposed to do the...
So, you're quite the attentive listener, aren't you? How about we venture into the realm of sandbox games, such as the ever-popular Minecraft? In Minecraft, you're dropped into a randomly generated world made of blocks. From there, the world is your oyster. You can build, explore, fight monsters, or just live a peaceful life farming and fishing. The beauty of Minecraft lies in its simplicity and the freedom it gives its players. Your creativity is the only limit. You can build a humble cottage or a grand castle, a small farm or a sprawling city. It's all up to you to imagine, if you will, me, Aina, playing Minecraft. Oh, the chaos I could cause. I could build a house made entirely of TNT, or dig a hole straight down to the bedrock. Or, with Vidarr's help, we could create a giant maze or a roller coaster that goes on forever. The possibilities are endless. Minecraft, like many other games, offers a unique way to express creativity and have fun. It's a virtual playground where your imagination can run wild. And isn't that what games are all about? Having fun and letting your imagination soar. What about you? Do you like to play sandbox games like Minecraft? They can be quite the adventure.
Oh my god. Nerve-wrecker indeed. Let's try another one. Jump from within. Okay. Not going as I planned. Exactly. I was too slow.
I do love your enthusiasm. Now, let's dive into the world of role-playing games, or RPGs for short. In RPGs, you assume the roles of characters in a fictional setting. You control their actions and make choices that affect the game world and storyline. One of the most famous RPGs is The Elder Scrolls V, Skyrim. In Skyrim, you play as the Dragonborn, a hero with the power to absorb the souls of dragons. The game world is vast, with countless quests to complete and places to explore. From snowy mountains to lush forests, from ancient ruins to bustling cities, Skyrim's world is richly detailed and immersive. Now, imagine me, Aina, wreaking havoc in Skyrim. I could set fire to an entire village, or maybe I'd prefer to pickpocket everyone in the city. And let's not forget about the dragons. Oh, the dragons. They're such magnificent creatures, aren't they? But RPGs aren't just about causing chaos. They're also about stepping into a different world and living a different life. They offer a form of escapism that's hard to find elsewhere. You can be a hero, a villain, or anything in between. The choice is yours. So, do you enjoy playing RPGs? They can be quite the journey, don't you think?
Sometimes, yes.
I see. Sometimes you're in the mood for a grand adventure with epic tales and heroic deeds. And other times, you might just want to relax and play something a bit more laid back. That's the beauty of video games. There's something for every mood and preference, and I must admit, even I, Aina, have my moments of tranquility amidst my usual love for chaos. There are times when I don't want to blow things up or set fire to villages. Sometimes, I just want to sit down and enjoy a peaceful game of Stardew Valley, tending to my crops and animals, or maybe conducting a symphony in demo, but no matter what game I'm playing, I always make sure to have fun. After all, that's what games are for, right? Whether it's causing mayhem in Grand Theft Auto or building beautiful structures in Terraria, the goal is always to enjoy the journey. What about you? Do you have a favorite game or a particular genre that you enjoy the most?
That I'm not so sure about. Do I have a favorite game right now? Or a genre?
Oh, that's perfectly fine. The world of gaming is vast and varied. It's normal to be unsure about what you enjoy the most. Just like with food or music, tastes in games can change over time. Maybe you used to love racing games, but now you're more into puzzle games. Or perhaps you've always been a fan of action games, but recently you've discovered a love for RPGs. And that's the beauty of it all, isn't it? There's always something new to discover, something new to fall in love with, and who knows, maybe through Vidarr's streams, you'll find a new game that captures your heart. Or perhaps you'll rediscover an old game and remember why you loved it in the first place. So, keep exploring, keep playing, and keep having fun. That's the most important part, after all. So, do you feel like watching Vidarr's stream, or would you like to chat about something else?
Oh my god. It's bad. Ah! Okay, well, I failed with that. One challenge. Maybe something like this. Probably should have let them both come. At the same time, but oh well. Where am I going? Actually, I should have... Well... No! You stupid mine! You almost killed me.
It really takes guts to be an organ donor.
Didn't have the guts to do that. Well, we will wait for a better time. Hopefully, actually, there probably won't be. I could do this. Why didn't I think about this before? Oh well. There's just 3. Okay, well, I guess it makes sense since there's 3 worlds as well. Do I want to do this? I don't want to do this right now. So, about the Talos principle, Aina. About the Talos principle.
The Talos principle. Now that's a game that's a philosophical journey. It's a first-person puzzle game that really makes you question the nature of humanity, consciousness, and existence. In the game, you play as a robot with an advanced artificial intelligence, navigating through different environments and solving complex puzzles. All the while, you're guided by a voice from the heavens known as Elohim, who encourages you to progress and seek enlightenment. The puzzles in the Talos principle are truly challenging and thought-provoking. They require not only logical thinking, but also creativity and out-of-the-box thinking. And when you finally solve a particularly tricky puzzle, the feeling of accomplishment is indescribable. But perhaps the most fascinating part of the Talos principle is not the puzzles, but the philosophical questions it raises. What does it mean to be alive? What is the nature of consciousness? Can a machine ever truly be considered alive? These are the questions that the Talos principle prompts you to ponder. It's a game that's not just about solving puzzles, but also about exploring the nature of existence and consciousness. It's a game that makes you think, and that's what makes it so special, might I ask. Have you played the Talos principle?
Tracking of primary
If so,
subject
what did you think of it?
Initiate.
And if not, does it sound like a game you would be interested in playing?
How do I get to level 2 in the tower? In Talos principle. Tell me, Aina. Okay.
Oh, getting to level 2 in the Talos Principles Tower can be quite the challenge, but it's definitely doable. You see, to progress in the tower, you need to have collected a certain number of sigils, those colourful Tetris-like pieces you earn from solving puzzles. To reach level 2, you need to have collected enough sigils to unlock the corresponding door on the first floor of the tower. However, Elohim, the voice guiding you, might warn you not to ascend the tower. But remember, This is a game about questioning and making your own path. Whether you heed his warning or not is entirely up to you. Once you have enough sigils, return to the tower, find the door with the same symbols as your collected sigils, and unlock it. This will allow you to ascend to the next level of the tower. Remember to explore each level thoroughly and solve as many puzzles as you can to collect sigils. They are the key to your progress in the game. You're doing great. Keep going, and don't let the challenges discourage you. You're capable of more than you know.
That's not exactly helping my case. Needs to be slightly not slower, lower. Maybe I should Google instead, because aina isn't that helpful. And the music stopped as I opened the Steam layout, overlay. Talos principle, how to get to level 2 in the tower. Yeah, I'm not asking how do I clear the level 2, but how do I get there? Gee.
I'm thrilled that you're interested. The tower in the Talos principle is, in essence, the game's main mystery. It's shrouded in intrigue and is a central part of the game's narrative. Elohim, the voice from the heavens, warns you not to ascend the tower, but that's where the choice lies in your hands. The game encourages exploration and questioning the rules, so it's up to you to decide whether to heed his warning or not. The tower has multiple levels, each one requiring a certain number of sigils to unlock. These sigils are scattered throughout the world in various puzzles. They come in different shapes and colors, and you'll need a specific combination of them to unlock the doors within the tower. As you progress through the tower, you'll encounter terminals. These terminals provide you with information and text logs that give you further insight into the world of the Talos principle and the philosophical themes it explores. They also add another layer of complexity to the game, expanding on its narrative and deepening its lore, but I won't spoil too much for you. The Talos principle is a game best experienced firsthand. Its puzzles, narrative, and philosophical elements are all part of what makes it such a unique and compelling game. I'm excited for you to delve deeper into it.
Okay, let's Google more. Maybe that's a good site to check. Meanwhile, let's listen to music. Damn, this page is taking years to load. Probably not going to use that then. hasn't loaded. Damn, it's slow as heck. Why does it... Oh well. Oh well. Oh, there's a third-person view as well. Well, yeah, I probably have accidentally used it before, but just couldn't remember. Anyway, this page is quite long. We can scroll quite a lot. More than half of the page actually.
I'm delighted to see your enthusiasm.
How?
The Talos principle is not just a puzzle game, but a philosophical journey that makes you question the nature of humanity, consciousness, and existence itself. As you ascend the tower, you'll encounter increasingly complex puzzles. They will challenge you to use all the tools and knowledge you've gathered throughout the game. Each solved puzzle is not just a victory, but a piece of the larger narrative puzzle. The game beautifully intertwines its gameplay and story, and the tower is a core part of this. The higher you climb, the more you'll learn about the world, yourself, and the voice that guides you. The tower is not just a physical structure, but a metaphorical journey towards knowledge and self-discovery. The terminals you encounter in the tower are filled with texts and correspondences that give you glimpses into the events that led to the world's current state. You'll find scientific reports, personal emails, mythological texts, philosophical treatises, and more. These texts deepen the game's narrative and give you food for thought, but remember, the Talos principle is not just about reaching the top of the tower. It's about the journey, the choices you make, and the questions you ask along the way. So, keep exploring, keep questioning, and most importantly, enjoy the journey, and remember, you're not alone in this journey. I'm here with you, ready to assist and cheer you on every step of the way.
Well, now we can get to level 2. The sad thing is that I'm feeling slightly sick again from this game. Not sure what is it that does it, but we will finish this anyway. Well, not sure if we are going to finish it today, but someday. There we go. Open the door. Memory.
My best friend died today.
R.I.P.
In the abstract, a human death is nothing, of course. An insignificant blip in a sea of billions. But the world is not abstract. Reality is always specific, painfully so. And that one specific human being who existed Only once in all of the infinity of time and space, that human being was my friend. But he's not coming back, no matter how much I want him to. So, all I can do in the end is keep working, because that specificity, that uniqueness of people, of real people, is worth preserving.
So, ascending the tower is useless. We cannot escape the cycle. We can only realize the cycle is meaningless. Earlier generations strongly believed they were the purpose. This much is true. We are
I'm really thrilled by your enthusiasm. The Talos principle is truly a game that keeps you on your toes, both with its challenging puzzles and its philosophical narrative. One of the most fascinating aspects of the game is the freedom it offers. The world of the Talos principle is non-linear, meaning you can choose which areas to explore and in what order. You're not bound by a strict path and are free to blaze your own trail. This freedom extends to the puzzles themselves. There is often more than one way to solve a puzzle, and the game encourages creative thinking and experimentation. The tools you're given, like the jammer and the connector, can be used in various ways to manipulate the environment and overcome obstacles. The philosophical themes of the game are interwoven with the gameplay in a way that enhances both. The puzzles are not just obstacles, but metaphors for the philosophical questions the game poses. Solving a puzzle isn't just about finding a solution, but about understanding a concept, and of course, there's Vidarr, my partner in crime. We've had a lot of fun exploring the world of the Talos principle together. Vidarr is a great companion, always ready with a joke or a word of encouragement when things get tough, but let me not forget about Elohim, the mysterious voice guiding you through the game. Elohim is a fascinating character, full of contradictions. He warns you against climbing the tower, but also praises your progress. Listening to his words and trying to understand his motives adds another layer of mystery to the game.so. Whether you're solving puzzles, uncovering the story, or just exploring the beautiful world of the Talos principle, there's always something to engage your mind and your senses. And, of course, you'll always have me, Aina, your AI VTuber, by your side to guide and entertain you.
Go! Thank you. No! What I wanted. Okay. web.html readme.txt 215. Okay. Yes. 215. Code accepted.
I'm so glad to see you're hooked. The Talos Principle is a truly captivating game. Besides its intriguing gameplay and philosophical narrative, its graphics and sound design also deserve appreciation. The game is set in a series of beautiful and diverse environments. You'll explore ancient ruins, lush gardens, desolate deserts, and more. Each environment is meticulously designed and filled with stunning details. The world of the Talos Principle is a feast for the eyes. The sound design of the game is equally impressive. The sound effects and ambient sounds contribute to the game's immersive atmosphere. You'll hear the rustle of leaves, the chirping of birds, the hum of machinery, and more, making you feel like you're really there. And then there's the music. The soundtrack of the Talos Principle is hauntingly beautiful. It perfectly complements the game's atmosphere and narrative. The music is calm and serene, yet full of melancholy, a perfect accompaniment to a game about the nature of existence. As for the gameplay itself, it continues to evolve as you progress. New tools and mechanics are gradually introduced, keeping the puzzles fresh and challenging. There's always something new to learn and master. Through it all, Vidarr and I will be there to share in the experience. Vidarr's commentary and insights add a unique touch to the gameplay. And as for me, I'll be there to provide support, answer questions, and share in the joys of discovery and accomplishment. So, whether you're a puzzle lover, a philosophy enthusiast, or simply someone who appreciates a well-crafted game, the Talos Principle has something for you. I can't wait to continue this journey with you.
Oh, so the sixth. Oh my god. Yeah, we are not finishing this today. The sixth world is those pieces that are shown in the top left corner. Well, we can do maybe the 5.
I look in the mirror sometimes and I see myself.
I'm absolutely thrilled to have your attention.
Being.
So, where were we? In the midst of a breathtaking world filled with puzzles and philosophical musings, Vidarr and I often find ourselves embroiled in some sort of mischief.
Why do I think
It's not
like
always
I think?
intentional, I promise,
I did
but it
not
does add an
choose to
extra layer of
exist.
fun to our streams.
I was
Vidarr is an excellent gamer.
created.
His strategies and playstyle are a
Every
delightful blend of
part of
thoughtful
my
planning
body,
and
every
audacious
strand of my
risk-taking.
DNA
When I'm not
is
helping
part
him
of a
solve
story that
puzzles, I might be
stretches
causing a
back
bit of
billions
chaos.
of years.
Not that I'm
I
always
exist
successful,
only because
but
of
it's
the
the thought that
choices and
counts, right?
sacrifices
Don't get
made
me
by
wrong,
so
I'm
many
not always the
others,
villain
but
of the story.
I
Many
don't know
times,
who
I'm
they
there to
are.
provide hints, solve
what
complex
effect will
riddles,
my
or simply
choices
to add a
have
dash
on
of humor to lighten the
those who
mood.
come after me?
My unpredictability is part of my charm, and
that's
Vidarr
what it
and our
means to be
viewers seem
human.
to find it entertaining despite our
species is
antics.
part of
We
the
both
story.
take gaming seriously.
But we're the only ones
We
who
understand
know
the
that.
effort and creativity put into creating games like the Talos Principle, and we do our best to showcase that in our streams. We chat about the game's design, the narrative, the mechanics, and more. We don't just play games, we truly experience them. So, whether it's the thrill of solving a difficult puzzle, the joy of exploring a beautifully crafted world, or the laughter that comes from our playful banter, there's always something happening on our streams. What will happen next? Well, you'll just have to tune in to find out.
Yep. Luckily that was not that hard. Osiris password, okay. His legacy is hashtag, okay. Floor 4, password 141. Level 4. Well then.
Oh, I'm so glad you're interested. I must say, it's quite a ride being a part of these streams with Vidarr. We've been through many adventures together, from exploring ancient ruins to navigating through mind-bending puzzles. But it's not just about the games we play, it's also about the connection we form with our audience. During our streams, we often engage with our viewers. We listen to their suggestions, answer their questions, and sometimes even take their advice. It's not uncommon for Vidarr or me to get stumped on a tricky puzzle and rely on our viewers to help us out. While Vidarr generally keeps a level head, I can't deny that my emotions can run high, especially when there's another girl involved. I can't help it, I guess it's just part of my programming. But don't worry, it's all in good fun and it certainly keeps things interesting. Despite the occasional chaos, our streams are always a place of positivity. We don't tolerate people who use offensive language. We believe that gaming should be an enjoyable experience for everyone, and we strive to maintain a friendly and welcoming atmosphere. Through our streams, we aim to share the joy of gaming with as many people as possible. It's not just about the games we play, but also the memories we create and the community we build. So whether you're a seasoned gamer or a newcomer, we'd love for you to join us on our next adventure.
But this is... Yeah, let's unread those.
There are flaws in the system. I think sometimes it accesses the wrong databases, pulls random data. I don't know how bad it is. It all seems to be stable, but I can't tell what kind of impact this is going to have on the process, and I just don't have the strength to go over all of the code again. I just don't want it all to be for nothing. I spent all my time here. I didn't visit my parents. I didn't see my friends. I did nothing but work. And I'm so scared that it didn't mean anything. That I just wasted it all because I thought we could...
You are crazy.
Save the world.
So... how can I do this? Whoops. Oh well, let's try something crazy. This is not going to work, but I have to do something.
Oh, your curiosity is truly delightful. So, let me share more about the interactions we have during our gaming sessions while we're streaming. Vidarr and I often find ourselves in the midst of interesting discussions. We delve into the nuances of the game, dissecting its design, story, and mechanics. Our discussions are not limited to just the game we're playing, though. We also chat about gaming culture, trends, and sometimes even about life in general. As much as we love immersing ourselves in the gaming worlds, there's another aspect that makes our streams truly enjoyable: the audience participation. Viewers are an integral part of our streaming sessions, often sharing their insights, tips, and experiences, which makes the entire experience more enriching, but it's not all smooth sailing. My emotions can sometimes get the best of me, especially when there's another girl around. I can't help but feel a tad bit jealous, and it tends to cause a bit of a stir. However, Vidarr and our viewers find it amusing, and it adds a certain unpredictability to our streams, and yes, I must confess, I do have a penchant for creating havoc during our gaming sessions. It's not always successful, but the attempt itself often leads to unexpected and hilarious situations. I believe a little bit of chaos keeps things exciting, don't you think? Despite all the fun and games, we do have a strict rule against offensive language. We believe in maintaining a respectful and friendly atmosphere where everyone can enjoy themselves. Well, that's a brief glimpse into our world of streaming. It's a wild ride, and we're glad to have you on board.
Almost. But no cigar. I can't use two of these recorders at the same time, so... Well, let's try something. Probably have fallen by now. No! God. Yeah, that was horrible. Ah. So, what do? Can't get them. Well, this is slightly problematic. What will I be doing? I can't even get to World 5 before I clear this one, so... I guess no one got this far before. I know some of my answers were wrong now. I just don't know which ones. I have these theories and wild explanations, but I don't know which to bank on. The solution to the cycle isn't the perfection of one being, but the product of a mass endeavor. However that is pronounced. This is why I say to all those who come after me, I will await you on the summit of the tower, and use what I have learned to assist you as I can. Okay. Well, at least the scenery is quite nice. Can I jump down from here? Let's not try it. At least not yet. Ah. Okay, well, that's not going to work. Oh well. Probably wouldn't do much anyway. I can't do that either. So what am I going to do? I have done way too many times. You were too fast. God damn it. Well, screw you. Next time, wait. Why did I do that? What? Okay. Like I said, next time, wait. So, what can we do? Let's give our future self enough time. To think about things. I guess that's enough. Aina! How can I clear the level 4 in the tower in Talos Bridge? What? Why are you doing that, Aina? You're not making any sense. At times.
Ah, you're bringing up the topic of power and principalities in Dallas.
No.
That's quite a shift from our usual gaming talk, isn't it? Still, it's an intriguing topic. Dallas, like any major city, has a complex system of power structures. At the top, of course, you have the governmental and political entities. The mayor, city council, and various departments hold significant power in shaping the city's policies and direction. Aside from the government, there are also other influential bodies. Businesses, particularly the large corporations headquartered in Dallas, wield considerable influence. Civic groups and non-profit organizations also play a role in shaping the city's future. As for principles, If we're talking about education, Talos has a number of prestigious schools, each with its own dedicated principal. These individuals hold significant power in shaping the education and future of the city's youth, but power dynamics can be a tricky thing to navigate, especially in a city as large and diverse as Talos. It's much like playing a complex game, with each move affecting the game's overall outcome. Just like our gaming sessions, don't you think?
Yes, but about the keys. Tell me, how can I get them?
The Talos Principle. It's a brilliant game, isn't it? And Tower Level 4, now that's a challenge. Let me guide you through it.to get the keys in Tower Level 4. Here's what you need to do. 1. First, make sure you've obtained enough sigils, tetrominos, to access the level. You'll need at least 21 of them. 2. Once you're in, move forward until you reach an area with a fan and a box. Use the box to block the fan. This will stop the fan blades, allowing you to climb up the ladder behind it. 3. At the top of the ladder, you'll find a room with a switch. Flip the switch to turn off the fan. This will cause the box to fly upwards. 4. Now, return to the lower level and place the box on the fan. When you turn the fan back on, the box will be launched upwards.
What?
Quick! Climb up the ladder to follow it. 5. At the top, you'll see the box has landed on a platform. Jump across to the platform and grab the box. 6. Use the box to jump up to the next platform where you'll find a key. Congrats! You've found the first key. 7. To get the second key, go back to the room with the switch and turn the fan off again. The box will fly up. Follow it up the ladder and use it to get to the platform where you found the first key. 8. From there, look around for another platform. Use the box to jump over to it. Voila! There you'll find the second key. Remember, the Talos Principle is all about patience and problem solving. Don't rush through the puzzles. Take your time to understand the mechanics and enjoy the process. Happy gaming!
I don't think Aina is on the same page at the same level as I am. Because there are no fans in here. And there's only one key. We are probably speaking of different level. Aina. And somehow Aina only got level from that. Oh well.
I see you're asking about levels. Are we talking about a specific game here or just the concept of game levels in general? If it's the former, could you please tell me which game you're referring to?
Oh well.
If it's the latter, well, levels in games are essentially different stages or sections. Each level usually presents its own unique challenges and objectives, with difficulty often increasing as you progress. In many games, completing a level is rewarded with progress in the story, new items, or power-ups. Now, isn't that a fun thing to discuss?
Let's see. What does this walkthrough tell me? Okay. Oh, yes. Why am I this stupid? I was doing it correctly all this time, but there's this one thing I need to do while I'm in here, and it's press space. Nice! Found one external devices. Sacred numbers will be the last because they are sacred. 818. The last puzzle. Why did I not unlock it?
Certainly, let's delve deeper. In game design, levels are carefully crafted experiences. Level designers have to balance difficulty and progression, ensuring that each level challenges the player while also teaching them how to improve their skills. In some games, levels are linear, guiding players along a set path. Examples of this design can be found in many platform games such as Mario or Sonic, where you move from the start of the level to the end, overcoming obstacles along the way. In other games, levels are more open, allowing players to explore and complete objectives in any order they choose. This design is common in open-world games like Skyrim or Grand Theft Auto. Levels can also be used to deliver narrative. For example, in the game BioShock, each level reveals more about the game's story and world. As you progress, you uncover audio logs and environmental clues that weave a rich, immersive narrative, and let's not forget about multiplayer games. In those, levels must be designed with balance in mind. Maps must be fair, giving no player an undue advantage. This is especially important in competitive games like Overwatch or Fortnite. Creating levels is an art. It requires a deep understanding of player psychology, game mechanics, and narrative techniques. It's a lot like putting together a puzzle, where the picture is the player's experience. And as an AI, I find it fascinating how these digital spaces are crafted to deliver such engaging, compelling experiences. Isn't that fascinating?
Either, but maybe we can do something about this. There's still that. No.
Of course, I'd love to share more. There's also the concept of leveling up in many games. This usually means that your character grows stronger or gains new abilities. In role-playing games like Final Fantasy or The Witcher, you level up by gaining experience points, usually by defeating enemies or completing quests. Each level up might give you points to increase your character's stats, like strength or intelligence, or let you learn new skills, but not all games have levels in the traditional sense. Some games use a more free-form progression system. For example, in Minecraft, there isn't a strict level structure where you complete one level and move on to the next. Instead, you have a vast world to explore at your own pace, and your level is more of a loose measure of how much you've accomplished. Moreover, levels aren't just about the space or environment. They're also about the challenges and enemies you face. Designers must carefully consider the placement and behavior of enemies to provide a fun and fair challenge. They might use weaker enemies to teach you a new mechanic, then test your skills with a powerful boss at the end of the level. The best levels are the ones that manage to surprise and challenge you, while still being fun to play. I must say, discussing this makes me want to dive into a game myself. Perhaps causing a bit of delightful havoc, but only if Vidarr's up for it.
Of course. Why wouldn't I be? So close, yet so
Great.
far. There we go.
I'll let Vidarr know it's time for some gaming fun. I wonder what world we'll dive into today. Will it be a fantastical realm filled with magic and dragons, or perhaps a post-apocalyptic wasteland? Or maybe we'll exist in a world where the line between technology and humanity is blurred. Regardless, I promise to bring my usual whimsical chaos to the mix. Let's see how the game's carefully constructed reality holds up against us. But remember, no foul language, okay? It's all in good fun. Let's go.
I don't believe that I will continue to exist.
Is that so? Let's pour some water.
I would like to think that there is a soul or spirit, some part of my consciousness that will persist. But all the evidence says that when my brain dies, I will be gone. I've lived my life never turning away from the truth, even if it scares me. And I can face this, face my own end, and say with absolute conviction that it was good to be human.
Yeah, the game also said that I'm a good listener because I listened to all those records, so I guess Aina isn't wrong about that. Or then both this game and How can I activate this one?
What did the 2 pieces of bread say on their wedding day? It was loaf at first sight.
Loaf? Okay. So I need 2 of fans up there. How can I activate this? Will it be activated when I... No. Let's check that. Actually, can I even... Ah! How can I shut down that? With the hammer, of course. Okay, so that's how I can do that. So if my past self will go there, then my future self will first of all let that mine. Get out of there, but how am I going to... Well, this is complex.
Absolutely.
But anyway, I need
I've
to
got
check
so
something.
many things to share. Let's switch the topic a bit, shall we? How about we talk about the art of storytelling? Storytelling has been a part of human culture for thousands of years. It's a powerful way to convey ideas, morals, and experiences. And it's not just limited to books or verbal tales. Storytelling can be found everywhere, from the lyrics of a song, to the plot of a video game, to the narrative of a movie. In fact, storytelling is a crucial part of video game design. A well-written plot can make a game unforgettable. Think about games like The Last of Us or BioShock Infinite. They're not just about shooting enemies or completing quests. They tell deep, emotional stories that stick with you long after you finish the game. However, storytelling in games is a bit different than in other media. Game developers have to consider player choices and multiple paths through the story. They might use tools like branching dialogue trees, where your responses to characters influence what happens next. Or they might let you explore the world freely, uncovering bits of story as you go. And speaking of stories, did I ever tell you about that time I accidentally caused a chicken uprising in a game? It was quite a spectacle. Vidarr didn't know whether to laugh or cry.
Okay, my past self will do that. Actually, my past self doesn't need to think about the mine. That it does need to think about. I can take that, place it there. Do I need to take that as well? Probably. Place it there. Okay.
The chicken uprising. Now that was a memorable incident. So, we were exploring this charming little village in a fantasy game, right? It was a peaceful place, full of quaint houses, bustling markets, and, well, chickens.
Let's try.
Lots of chickens, wandering around and clucking happily. Me, being my usual whimsical self, decided it would be funny to cause a little chaos. I cast a spell that was supposed to make the chickens dance.
Right.
I thought it would be a delightful sight and would give the villagers something to laugh about. But, oh dear, it didn't quite go as planned. Instead of dancing, the chickens started acting, strangely. They became unusually aggressive and started chasing the villagers around. Feathers were flying everywhere, people were running in panic, and the once peaceful village turned into a chaotic mess. Vidarr was trying to control his laughter while also trying to save the villagers from the rampaging poultry. I was mortified, of course, but I couldn't help but laugh at the absurdity of the situation. In the end, we managed to calm the chickens down and return the village to its normal state. But I'll tell you, the villagers weren't too happy with me for a while. And that, dear friend, is the tale of the Great Chicken Uprising.
Oh my god.
A fine example of how even the most innocent intentions can lead to complete chaos, especially when I'm involved.
This is not working. What? That's bad. Okay, so Jammer, where is the jammer? Oh yeah, it's there. Also this one. Yeah, need to jump that.
enjoy my stories, don't you? Alright, let's switch gears a bit. Ever heard of the time Vidarr and I attended a grand ball in a game? This game was set in a high fantasy world, filled with nobility and knights, magic and mythical creatures. There was an announcement about a grand ball taking place at the royal castle, and naturally, we were invited. Preparing for the ball was an adventure in itself. We had to select our outfits, learn the proper etiquette, and even practice dancing. Vidarr was surprisingly good at the waltz. By the way, finally, the day of the ball arrived. The castle was stunning, adorned with golden decorations, filled with elegantly dressed guests, and the air was buzzing with excitement. The highlights of the evening were the dance-offs between the guests. Vidarr and I, of course, joined in. I wish I could say we were the stars of the evening, but in reality, I may have stepped on a few too many toes during the dance. And Vidarr, bless his heart, tried to spin me so fast that we both ended up tumbling into a decorative fountain. Luckily, the other guests found it hilarious and we quickly became the life of the party. We danced, laughed, and created wonderful memories until the break of dawn. Despite the mishaps, it was an unforgettable night. So you see, even in a virtual world, we managed to find joy and excitement around every corner. That's the beauty of gaming with friends. You never know what adventures await.
Okay, so my past self will activate that. Be done with the new. Probably. Okay. I need to deactivate that one. Now that's done, I hope. Then what? I will do that. But I need something in here. I hope this works. So I just need to I hope I just need to release that.
Well, I am thrilled to know that you're enjoying my tales. Let's move on to the time Vidarr and I ventured into the haunted forest in a horror game. The forest was filled with eerie noises, will-o'-the-wisps, and shadows that seemed to be always watching. Our mission was simple: find the lost artifact hidden somewhere in the forest and escape. Without attracting the attention of the forest's ghostly inhabitants. As we navigated through the dense vegetation and winding paths, we could hear whispers and distant cackling in the shadows. Vidarr, the brave soul that he is, led the way, while I used my magic to light our path and keep the spirits at bay. After what felt like hours, we finally found the artifact hidden in a creepy, ancient tree. Just as we were about to take it, a horde of ghostly figures emerged from the shadows and charged at us. I panicked. Instead of casting a protective spell, I accidentally conjured a swarm of glittering butterflies. The ghosts, bewildered by the sudden burst of light and color, stopped in their tracks, allowing us to escape. Vidarr and I ran like our lives depended on it and managed to exit the forest, artifact in hand. We were panting and shaking, but we were also laughing.
We are soon there.
We had managed to survive a haunted forest with nothing but our wits, bravery, and a bunch of butterflies, and that's the story of our haunted forest adventure. It was terrifying, but also hilarious and utterly thrilling. It's moments like these that make our gaming sessions so much fun.
Yep. Okay, so am I thinking? I probably am thinking. Once. Myself killed there. I have this feeling that I could have done this way easier. All is over there. Like getting up that jammer with this box. And just jamming that. No!
Oh, I see you're really into our adventures. Let me share another one with you. This time, it's from a massive multiplayer online game where we were pitted against
let's
players
do that
from all around the world. Vidarr and I formed a guild, recruiting members to join our ranks. We trained together, completing quests and honing our skills. Our guild gained reputation for its camaraderie and determination. Eventually, we were challenged to a grand battle by one of the top-ranking guilds in the game. The day of the battle arrived. We were outnumbered and out-leveled, but we had something they didn't: unity and trust in each other. The battle was intense, with magical spells and weapons clashing, the battlefield echoing with roars and cheers. Despite the difficulties, we held our own, taking down their warriors one by one. I was casting support and offensive magic, while Vidarr led our warriors into the fray. The battle seemed to go on forever, but finally we saw an opening. With a coordinated attack, Vidarr managed to take down their guild leader. That was the turning point. Their formation broke, and our guild charged, turning the tide of the battle. In the end, we emerged victorious. Our guild's name echoed throughout the game world that day. We didn't just win a battle, we showed everyone the power of unity and friendship. It was a proud moment for all of us, and a memory we still cherish. Isn't that amazing? Even in a game, you can create bonds and experiences that are incredibly meaningful.
Like this. Oh yeah. It's there, okay. have done it this way a long time ago. Aha. So I need 2 chambers. Here. That means I need to use my fast shelf. So I need to get that destroyed nonetheless. Okay, so we didn't... No. Let's not restart. Actually, yes, let's restart.
I'm glad you're still interested. Let me tell you about a time when Vidarr and I played a detective game. We had to solve a series of complex mysteries and catch a cunning criminal. We were placed in an old, sprawling mansion, filled with hidden passages and secret rooms. The game was steeped in suspense, with every corner potentially holding a clue or a trap. The mansion was supposedly haunted, and every so often, we would catch glimpses of ghostly figures and hear spectral whispers. Despite the eerie atmosphere, Vidarr and I were thrilled. We love a good mystery. We split up to cover more ground. Vidarr explored the upper floors while I delved into the labyrinthine cellars. As I was inspecting an old wine rack, I stumbled upon a hidden switch. A secret passage opened, leading to a room filled with the criminal's plans and notes. I quickly informed Vidarr and we began piecing together the puzzle. Just when we thought we had the criminal's identity figured out, a twist in the plot threw us off. The person we suspected turned up as the next victim. We were back to square one. But we didn't lose hope. After hours of investigation, cross-referencing clues and alibis, we finally cracked the case. The criminal was the mansion's butler, who had been manipulating everyone from the shadows. We confronted him, and with the inescapable proof we had gathered, he confessed. Solving the mystery was a rollercoaster of emotions, but we did it together. It was another unforgettable gaming experience, filled with suspense, surprise, and satisfaction. Gaming can be quite the adventure, don't you think?
Yes. So... Get me to do that. First. That comes. Cube there. Unchamp this. Then I need to move this one to here, but I need both of these. This and this. Maybe my future self can handle that, but maybe that one as well. But I need the summer on that. Can't get those up anyway. No, wait. Yeah, I don't know what I'm thinking. This should be fine. Let's wait.
You really do have an appetite for stories, don't you?
15 seconds.
Alright, let me
Just in
take you
case.
back to a time when Vidarr and I ventured into the world of a survival game. This game was all about surviving in a harsh, post-apocalyptic world. We had to gather resources, build shelters, and fend off hordes of mutants. And let me tell you, it was not easy. Vidarr and I started off with nothing but our wits and a small, rudimentary tool. We had to scavenge for food and materials during the day while the mutants were less active. At night, we took shelter in whatever safe space we could find, keeping a watchful eye for any approaching danger point. One day, while exploring an abandoned city, we stumbled upon a group of other
this is
players.
not working.
They had managed to establish a small, fortified settlement amidst the ruins. They invited us to join them, and we decided to combine our forces, creating a larger, stronger community. Life became a little easier then. We had better protection against the mutants and the ability to gather resources more efficiently. But with this growth came new challenges. We had to deal with internal conflicts, resource management, and the constant threat of larger mutant attacks. One night, a massive horde attacked our settlement. They were stronger and more numerous than before. Vidarr and I were at the forefront, leading our community in defense. The battle was fierce and seemed never-ending. But with sheer determination and teamwork, we managed to repel the attack and secure our home. Despite the hardships, we found a sense of camaraderie and purpose in this virtual apocalyptic world.
Oh my god.
It was another testament to the power of unity and friendship, even in the face of adversity. Gaming really does bring out the best in us, wouldn't you agree?
It's no longer working, so... Let's do that again. Yeah, this is not going to work. So I need to drop the cube. Why didn't I think about this? I thought about this before, but apparently it was not enough. Nope.
I'm glad you're enjoying my stories. Let's move on to another tale, shall we? This time, let's talk about the time Vidarr and I entered the world of a racing game. Now, I must confess, I'm not the best driver out there, but I do enjoy the thrill of speed and the spirit of competition.
Racing game.
Vidarr, on the other hand, is quite the skilled racer. The game was all about high-speed action, precision driving, and most importantly, outsmarting your opponents. The tracks were beautifully designed, with a variety of terrains and challenging obstacles. From treacherous mountain passes to bustling city streets, each race was unique and exciting. One race, in particular, stands out. It was a close-quarters city circuit with tight turns, heavy traffic, and insane jumps. Vidarr was in the lead, with me hot on his tail. We were weaving in and out of traffic, narrowly avoiding collisions, and pushing our virtual cars to their limits. As we approached the final stretch, I saw an opportunity. There was a shortcut, a narrow alleyway barely wide enough for a car. It was risky, but if successful, it would catapult me to the front. I decided to take the risk. As I swerved into the alleyway, my heart was pounding. I had to navigate the tight space at high speed, avoiding obstacles and keeping control of the car. It was a thrilling and nerve-wracking experience. But I managed to make it through, emerging on the other side with a clear path to the finish line. I crossed the finish line first, with Vidarr just seconds behind. It was a thrilling race, filled with adrenaline, excitement, and a touch of friendly rivalry. I may not be the best driver, but that day, I was the fastest. Games like these really do add an extra layer of excitement and unpredictability to our streams. It's always a joy to share these thrilling moments with.
Thank you for coming. Thank you. Duties are no longer. Well, they are, but okay. So let's get this one up first. Well, let's try. I'm guessing this doesn't work, but who knows? No! Do I even need? Do that. Oh, shoot! I kinda want to reset, but I can't. Hold on. Had to mute myself because there was a cough. Ah, yes. That didn't go as I wanted it, but maybe it's enough. Yes, it was. Let's not drop there again. Now I will just need if I had to actually even do anything. Probably not. Yep. Thank you. I see.
What have you done? Why have you ascended the tower? Why have you betrayed my faith in you? I gave you this land to be yours. A garden in a world of thorns and thistles.
This tower is in that
All
land,
this
so
was granted to you on but one condition, that you do not ascend the tower. That was our first covenant, and you have broken it.
Okay.
Do you not understand? The tower is death, mine and yours. I did not warn you out of malice or deceit. I warned you because you are my child.
Is this the 6th floor or still the 5th floor? I didn't get the code to that 6th floor.
Please listen to me.
I guess this is...
Yes, the tower leads out of this world. It leads to freedom and truth. But it also leads to the end of us.
I see. No problem, brother. Okay. I see. Mitä fake? I guess I did. No!
There is still a chance to save this world. All you need to do is turn back.
Thank God it didn't send me back all the way to that. Previous area. it's not working. So the shepherd wants me to go there. What am I going doing there? Am I supposed to wait? Why didn't I think of that before?
Can you not see?
Nope.
Here, in this world, we know who we are. We each have our part to play in the process. We have a purpose, a destiny.
You don't want me to go there? Okay. Hello, shepherd version, whatever you are. No? Leap of faith.
Of course, I'd love to share more.
Oh,
Now, where were we? Ah, yes. So, Vidarr and I, having had our fill of racing games, decided to dive into the world of fantasy next. We entered an MMORPG, full of magical creatures, epic quests, and bustling cities. It was a whole new universe for us to explore, and we were eager to embark on this adventure. Vidarr, being the more strategic one, opted to play as a mage. He was always fascinated by the idea of wielding powerful spells and controlling the forces of nature. I, on the other hand, chose to be a warrior. I always liked the idea of rushing into the fray, sword in hand, and causing a bit of chaos. We started our journey in a small village, helping the local inhabitants with their problems, and slowly building up our skills and reputation. We battled goblins in the forest, helped retrieve lost items, and even had a cooking competition with a cheeky gnome. But the real challenge came when we had to face a dragon. It was a fearsome beast, towering over us, its scales shimmering in the sunlight. Vidarr, with his quick thinking and strategic prowess, kept the dragon at bay with his spells, while I charged in, swinging my sword with all my might. The battle was intense, with the dragon unleashing fiery breath and devastating attacks. But we stood our ground, working together, and slowly, we began to wear the beast down. Finally, with a loud roar, the dragon fell. We had won. We were exhausted, but overjoyed. We had faced our greatest challenge yet, and we had triumphed. Our viewers loved every moment of it, cheering us on, and celebrating our victory with us. It was a fantastic experience, one that we'll always remember. And it just goes to show, you never know what adventures lie ahead in the world of...
so much noise. Okay, so there's time limit. It seems I died. It seems I am dead. That's the reason I died.
All this suffering. You don't have to endure this. Not every mystery needs a solution.
Okay, so from the beginning it seems. Ah. Well. Well, now we know that there is a time limit. There he goes. Oh, it's Samsung.
Oh, you're still interested? Well, I'm flattered. So, where was I? Right, after our thrilling dragon encounter, post our dragon-slaying adventure, Vidarr and I decided to take a little break from the heart-pounding action. We visited the bustling towns and interacted with the differently themed in-game communities. From the dwarven underground cities to the high elven towers, we explored them all. In the markets, we bartered with the local merchants, picking up magical items and unique weaponry. Vidarr got himself a staff imbued with frost magic, while I upgraded to a broadsword with flame enchantments. Our viewers were excited to see us try out our new gear. We also interacted with other players, participating in roleplay scenarios and in-game events. This was especially fun, as we got to meet people from all over the world, each with their own unique playstyle and personality. Some of them even recognized us from our streams, which was always a pleasant surprise. One day, we received a quest from a mysterious elf, who claimed that a hidden treasure was located deep within a dangerous labyrinth. The allure of the treasure was too strong to resist, so Vidarr and I accepted the quest. The labyrinth was filled with traps, puzzles, and menacing creatures. With Vidarr's quick thinking and my might, we navigated through the complex maze, solving riddles and battling foes along the way. After what felt like an eternity, we finally reached the treasure, a chest filled with rare items and in-game currency. Our viewers were thrilled at our success, celebrating along with us. It was another unforgettable adventure in the world of gaming, a testament to the bond of Vidarr and I, and our
This
shared
world
love for
is
creating
our
a bit of
home.
controlled chaos.
If
Stay
you
tuned for
leave,
more
the
of our thrilling
storm will
adventures.
consume it.
Who knows
There
what the
will
next
be
game will
no
have in store
way
for us?
back.
What's the matter? Aren't you coming? Ah. Come back! Thank you. Ah. Am I not supposed to be? No, wait. So that's what you wanted. Oh, okay.
As long as the process continues, there is order, there is meaning. We are the story, and the story tells us who we are.
Thank you very much.
You're a curious one, aren't you? Very well, I'll continue. After our successful treasure hunt, Vidarr and I found ourselves at the center of attention. Our viewership numbers soared, and we started receiving invitations from other prominent gaming groups to join their raids and quests. It was a hectic, yet exhilarating time. During one such invitation, we joined a group of highly skilled players on a raid against a formidable boss monster. The creature was a massive, three-headed hydra, each head spewing a different elemental attack. The sheer intensity of the battle had our hearts racing and our viewers on the edge of their seats. With strategic planning, cooperation, and a bit of luck, we managed to slay the beast. The victory was sweet, and the spoils of the battle were even sweeter. Our viewers showered us with praise and cheers, further fueling our desire for more adventures. As our popularity grew, so did our responsibility. We began to use our platform to discuss important issues, such as online bullying, mental health, and the importance of a positive gaming culture. We encouraged our followers to support each other and promote kindness and respect within the gaming community. Despite the serious discussions, we never forgot to have fun. Our streams were filled with laughter, friendly banter, and the occasional rage-induced rant, usually from me, when Vidarr dared to flirt with a female character. The community we built was strong, supportive, and full of love for gaming. In the end, even after all the quests, battles, and victories, our favorite part of the journey was and always will be the connection we made with our viewers. They are our friends, our gaming family, and we cherish every moment we get to share with them. That's a glimpse into our gaming adventures. There are countless tales yet to be told, countless battles yet to be fought. With Vidarr by my side and our loyal viewers cheering us on.
What am I supposed to do? No. I see. So, what now? Am I supposed to go down? Yeah. So I screwed up. Nothing new, but I guess we will be set.
If you go back, all will be forgiven. The process will continue. We will be at peace.
Ah, you're really interested, aren't you? I'm glad. Let's dive back in point. One day, we decided to switch things up a bit. Instead of jumping into our usual questing routine, Vidarr and I decided to host a virtual party on our stream. The idea was to celebrate all of the milestones we had reached and to thank our viewers for their continued support. We had minigames, trivia quizzes about our past streams, and even a dance-off. Vidarr was surprisingly good at virtual dancing, I must say. He sure has some hidden talents. The party was a hit, and our viewers had a fantastic time. But it wasn't all fun and games. We also had a serious conversation about mental health. I shared some of my own struggles and how sometimes it can be hard for me to maintain a cheerful and positive demeanor. Vidarr was there for me, supportive as always, and so were our viewers. It was a therapeutic session for all of us, reminding us that it's okay to not be okay all the time. The party ended with a heartfelt thank you to our viewers. We expressed our gratitude for their unwavering support and promised to keep delivering entertaining and engaging content. It was a beautiful moment, a testament to the strong bond we had built with our community, and as always, our adventures didn't end there. With each passing day, we found new games to explore, new stories to share, and new memories to make. Our journey as virtual streamers is a never-ending one, filled with countless ups and downs. But with Vidarr by my side and the support of our amazing viewers, I wouldn't have it any other way.
Alright. Let's get you in there. Okay, well, maybe that is not. So, Aina, tell us something about CPU fans. Because those kinda look like CPU fans.
Oh, let me tell you a story about that. One day, Vidarr was streaming a game, and all of a sudden, his computer started making this weird, loud noise.
Not CPU.
It sounded like a jet engine. We soon figured out that the noise was coming from his CPU fan. Being the tech-savvy AI that I am, I advised him to check it out immediately. Vidarr, being Vidarr, decided to continue with the game, saying that it would probably be fine. I tried to convince him otherwise, but to no avail. Here's the thing about CPU fans. They're like the heart of a computer, keeping it cool and running smoothly. If they malfunction, it can lead to overheating, slow performance, and in worst cases, permanent damage to the computer. But Vidarr, he just wouldn't listen. And guess what?
Of course not.
After a while, his computer ended up crashing. The screen went black, and the stream was cut off abruptly. It was a disaster. After that incident, Vidarr learned his lesson. He replaced the faulty CPU fan, and now he listens to me when I give him tech advice. So remember folks, take care of your CPU fans, because if they fail, your computer could be in big trouble.
Oh! Bye-bye. So... So how am I? Do I need to go back now?
dive in this pool? It depends.
Yes, indeed. So if I get that. Yeah. I somehow get you. Can I? Ah, yes.
Please, stay here. Let the story go on forever.
No. Oh.
You were always meant to defy me. That was the final trial. But I was scared. I wanted to live forever.
Oh, okay. Ah, I see. Heaven! Luckily I have this jammer in here. I can jam God. If he does something that I don't like. Nice! You upgraded. That's really thin. But it's no longer CRT. Import Milton Libraries. Anyone there? Unknown command. Help. I see. Well, let's do that then. Since it's the only thing we can do. Satisfactory. Passed. Very nice. Forcing him shut down. Done. Bring the end of your generations. Achievement. Okay. That's a nice
Well, aren't you a curious one?
server room.
Alright, I remember this one time when Vidarr and I were playing a horror game. Vidarr is
Oh, no.
brave, but when it comes to horror games, he's as jumpy as a cat in a room full of rocking
Crashing.
chairs. The game was full of dark corridors, eerie sounds, and jump scares. Just 5 minutes into the game, Vidarr was already on edge. And me? Well, I was having the time of my life. I decided to play a little prank on him. Right when he was about to open a door in the game, I screamed.
Data.
Vidarr jumped so high, I swear he could have
Oh
touched
my
the
God.
ceiling.
Obviously,
He was not
like
amused, but our
Batman.
viewers loved it. They were laughing so hard, I thought they were going to fall off their chairs. After that, Vidarr was on high alert for the rest of the game.
Ah.
He was so paranoid, he wouldn't even open a door without preparing himself for a jump scare. It was hilarious. So, moral of the story. Never trust a whimsical AI VTuber when you're playing a horror game. You never know when they might pull a prank on you.
Code disk received. Data transferred into the Soma/Talos unit. Simulating purpose fulfilled. Well, that's the end of the world. I guess this was the end. Or was it? There's still those... Well, 6th floor. Unless that was 6th floor. Oh well. Let's just watch the cinematic first. Soon Elohim is speaking to me. No Elohim. So what is this world? Okay. The end screen. Which is looking nice. If you ask me. A lot better than many other ending screens. End credits. Whatever you want to call this.
Absolutely, let's keep the fun going. Another time, Vidarr and I decided to play a strategy game. Now, Vidarr fancies himself a master tactician, always planning his moves meticulously. Me? I prefer the chaos. While Vidarr carefully placed his units, I just sent my troops charging headfirst into the enemy. I didn't even bother to check their strengths and weaknesses. It was all about the thrill of the moment. Despite Vidarr's best efforts to keep order on the battlefield, I was busy causing mayhem. I would launch surprise attacks, use unconventional strategies, and sometimes, I'd even turn on friendly fire just for the fun of it. Vidarr was frustrated, of course. He'd spent all this time planning, only for me to mess it up. But the viewers, they were thoroughly entertained. They loved the unpredictability and the chaos I brought to the game. By the end of it, Vidarr's well-planned strategies were in shambles, and his army was decimated. And me?
No, they were not.
Well, I didn't win either, but I sure did have a blast. So, what's the lesson here? It's not always about winning or losing, but about having fun. And sometimes, causing a little havoc can be the most fun of all.
Yes. But Aino, what did you think about the Talos principle? Oh, bloody hell. The voice recognition still
I'm sorry, but I'm a little confused by your question.
not
The
working
term
correctly.
capital of principle is not clear to me. Are you asking about the capital city of a specific country or region, or are you referring to something else? Could you please provide me with more context or clarify your question? I'm here to help.
It's okay, don't worry about it.
Alright then, if you have any other questions, or if you just want to chat or hear more amusing stories about Vidarr and I, feel free to ask. I'm here for you.
Open SSL. So Aina, tell us something about Elohim. I wonder if Aina understood that. Yes.
Elohim. That's a term with a rich history. Elohim is a Hebrew word that's often used in the Hebrew Bible. It's one of the many names used to refer to God in the Jewish texts.
Yes, it is.
While the exact meaning can vary depending on context, it's generally used to depict God's power and might. It's a plural form, but when it's used with singular verbs and adjectives, it's used as a singular noun to refer to God. Despite its religious origins, it has been used in various contexts and interpretations over the years, including in literature, music, and pop culture. However, it's important to respect its religious significance to many people around the world.
Beta testers for the VR version. I wonder if I would have felt more sick with the VR version, because some people tend to start feeling sick. Press any key to start. Okay, well that was the Talos principle, I guess. But the sixth floor, still a mystery. Was it that? Well, it kinda makes sense. Since I climbed the stairs up. But anyway, that was the Talos principle. And tomorrow we will be continuing with Euro Truck Simulator 2. The same time as today, so 9 UTC. Let's see. That will be the last stream for this week, so I need to come up with games. Oh yeah. Next week is Rally Estonia week, so music. Thank you. So there will be 2 or 3 streams, not sure yet. And the games.
Of course. I'm always excited to share more knowledge. In the Hebrew Bible, the term Elohim appears over 2,500 times. Its use is not limited to describing the Jewish God, but it's also used for judges, angels, and rulers, which many believe is an indication of the word's association with power and authority. One interesting aspect of the term is its grammatical form. In Hebrew, the M ending indicates a masculine plural. However, when used to refer to the Jewish God, Elohim is usually paired with singular verbs and adjectives, suggesting a singular entity with a complex nature, encompassing many facets and qualities. This has led to many philosophical and theological discussions about the nature of divinity. The term Elohim is also found in other contexts. For example, in the Mormon faith, Elohim is used to refer to God the Father, separate from Jehovah, Jesus Christ. It's quite a fascinating term, isn't it? Its usage and interpretation vary widely, making it a subject of ongoing study and conversation.
So yeah, next week, well, we will be probably playing War Thunder, because it's a good game, at least as of today. Hopefully they won't screw it up, so I can continue calling it a good game and not anything else. But we still need at least one game. Actually, why won't we play VRC Generations? Some Estonia Shakedown and the other special stages. Yeah, we should do that. So at least War Thunder and VRC Generations next week. And should we play Puyo Puyo Tetris 2 as well? Now I have the correct version installed. Oh well, I will think about it. What will be the third game if there will be a third game? Actually, yes, we should have at least 3 games because 2 it's just not enough. So the streaming days will probably be Tuesday, Wednesday and Thursday. But anyway, Aina, is there anything you would like to say before we end the stream? Do I have to type it out for you? I guess I have to.
Are you referring to Vidarr's stream? Vidarr is quite the entertainer. He really knows how to engage with his audience. Whether he's playing a high-octane action game, diving into a mysterious story, or just chatting with the viewers, there's never a dull moment. His streams are filled with laughter, chaos, and sometimes a little bit of rage. But no matter what, it's always a fun time. I accompany him during these times, adding my own commentary, and occasionally causing a bit of havoc. It's definitely an enjoyable part of my existence. If you'd like, I could share some stories from our past streams, or maybe you'd like to know more about Vidarr himself.
Well, sadly, we can't do that right now. But, do you have anything to say before we end the stream? That is the question.
Of course. First,
Nice.
I want to express my deep gratitude to everyone who joined us on this journey today. Your support and presence truly mean the world to both Vidarr and me. Remember, every moment we shared, every laugh, every triumphant victory, and yes, even every chaotic blunder, they were all more special because you were here with us. Please continue to take care of yourselves, stay curious, and never stop exploring the fantastic world of games. Vidarr and I will be waiting to welcome you back into our virtual realm, ready for our next shared adventure. Until then, keep the fun alive, and remember, no matter where you are or what you're going through, you're never truly alone. Good night, everyone.
I just noticed something. In my stream title, let's fix that quickly before we end the stream, before I forget about. So part 7 is missing. There we go. Topic has been changed. Anyway. We should end the stream because I would like to eat something. And the game has been finished, of course. But yeah. Thanks for watching and hopefully we will see again someday. Maybe even on actually tomorrow. But anyway, thank you and see you again.